for clients or even just sharing people's stories. We wrecked. Nice. We're going to have to go get the drone. Okay. So who am I here with today?
Andy Nice.
And Andy, have you ever flown an FPV drone before?
Nope.
And what qualifies you to be sitting in the seat today?
What do you mean? Like I run a production company, I fly drones? Okay, yeah. I run a production company called Glide Cinema. I've flown drones for like 7 years and done ground filming for 4 or 5 years, so yeah.
Perfect. And where are we at right now?
We are at Glide Studios. This is our new spot in Old Louisville and just our studio space.
Sweet. Well, let's get you in the goggles and let's get into it.
Oh, wow. Let's go. All right.
Here we go.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, this thing is pretty freaking
sweet.
Dude,
it's pretty quiet, too. Like,
it's not bad at all. So while I'm flying through your studio, tell me a little bit about it.
A little bit about the studio. Okay, so a couple years ago, I had a client who reached out that needed a space to shoot some interviews in and like education courses. And I looked all over Louisville and there was really either nothing or massive production studios that really overcharged and didn't really fit the bill for my client. So I started searching for studios across Louisville, just spaces that I could rent and then lease out to other creatives for their projects. And this is wild. Sorry, I'm like so zoned into
you're
this.
good.
I had a spot downtown in the Arts District, and it just ended up being a pain with parking and renovations that we were wanting to do. So I started searching again for a couple months, and I found this spot in Old Louisville, and man, like it was super hard. The landlord honestly didn't even answer my phone call the first couple weeks. And then we were getting ready to sign a lease for a spot in Jeffersonville, Indiana. And then about 2 hours before we were going to sign that, the landlord from this spot reached out and was like, hey, do you want to come see this spot? So I'm just a firm believer in like everything happens for a reason. So
okay,
we came and checked it out, man. And yeah, that's like, the goal of this spot is just to give a community to the creatives that, don't necessarily need a psych wall or anything massive for production. They just need a small interview space, or they need a podcast studio. Okay, that's wild. Something a little smaller that just the community can use at the end of the day. And we're still building it out, but yeah.
Yeah, that's freaking huge, honestly. I know there's a lot of big studios in Louisville, but there's not a ton of small ones. But also, like, this is just such a great location, being in Old Louisville. Like, truly, it's really easily accessible, so that's freaking huge.
Yeah, man. And, like, there's something about Old Louisville when clients, whether it's people that's renting or, like, my clients for my production company, when they come in, there's something about Old Louisville that just gets them excited. It's like all these old buildings. It's, all the Victorian-style homes. I'm pretty sure we have one of the largest Victorian-style home neighborhoods in the U.S. in Old Louisville. I don't think it's the largest, but it's one of the largest. And Central Park's right across the way. Like, it's really neat. And then we have this place. I forget the name of this mansion, but it's one of the. It's not like I forget the one over off of St. James Court.
The pink one?
Yeah. It's not that reputable, but it is one of the original mansions, and that used to be a home, and then where we are at Glide Studios used to be the carriage house. So, like, they would store their horses and carriages in here, which is crazy. In here where we're sitting used to be just, like, sawdust and horses and carriages.
That's wild.
And now... you see it. It's a nice renovated studio space.
We're gonna bring this one into land.
Nice.
Got that battery. We'll swap them out.
Cool. So how long did those? How was that like full battery usage?
Yeah. So it was close.
Cool.
I don't like to push my batteries down too low.
Of course.
So I did that. That is probably like, I don't know, maybe 70% of the battery. So
Okay.
it's down to like, if I stopped flying, I would be able to just store it at that. So I drain my batteries to storage levels.
Got you.
I don't push them very far just because, I don't know, I just haven't done it. And whenever they get down real low, they're not as strong
Oh,
or
of
powerful.
course.
They sag.
No, it
And
makes
so
sense.
I don't want, especially with me flying outside right now versus inside, I don't want any sag. And
No, that totally makes sense. Yeah, we're connected back up. Nice.
Yep. It's so
That's
cool.
so cool, man.
It's fancy how it works out.
It's crazy how good the viewfinder is, man. It's like looks great.
Yeah, the image transmission on these things is absolutely nuts with the new O3 Air Unit.
Yeah.
It just makes me excited for what DJI is going to release next because, I
Yeah.
mean, if I could like fly in 4K in my goggles, that would be super cool versus the 1080.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been, DPN, filming, photography, video, all the things? Like, when
Yeah.
did you start?
Yeah, I'll give a quick little go at my history. So, I come from a big corporate. I was a national drone manager for a crop insurance company. So basically, I managed about 80 people, um, and handled training, getting their FAA license, their Part 107 license, and then I handled some like software development planning. I didn't actually develop myself, but so I had a drone. This was probably 2018, and then I had a buddy, Levi Cox. Shout out Levi for really like I would say jump starting my career in the video world. Because prior to 2018, I hadn't really done any kind of video work. So he asked me to come in and do a video shoot on this like music video, dancing video. It's like a choreography video. And I was like, yeah, man, I've never done it. Like, let's do it. So I did it for free, just kind of like, seemed fun. So ended up doing that. It went really well. Levi ended up pushing my name out to a handful of folks across the city. Chronicle Cinema being one of them, and Zach Miners, who I have a really good relationship with. And honestly, I would call him probably my mentor in the city as far as like building my business and kind of the direction of Glide Cinema in general. But Zach started pulling me in on projects for like Angel's Envy and some other ones and like Kentucky Trailer. And then he actually started pushing my name out to Vice and other companies. So I started doing some drone shooting for Vice, and that's when I fell in love. I forget what year this was. Maybe it was like 2020, 2019, late 2019. My first shoot with Vice, we did a big documentary on the GameStop fiasco thing that happened. The Big Short, or Big Squeeze is what they called it. And I was just doing drone, and I did some AC work on that. But then the DP that came down from New York, Antonio, I just kind of watched him all day long, and I fell in love with kind of what he was doing and how he was using lighting to create a feel for the doc they were working on. And that was my first real go at like, hey, this is what production can feel like. So I started kind of falling in love with his role. So I instantly was like, you know what, this DP thing is really cool. I want to just like hone in on that. So I bought a Pocket 4K, and I started like learning a bit more about how to shoot with, I guess, like a cinema camera, and how like learning camera settings and all these different things. I'm a very technical person, so like, and I'm OCD. So like, once I want to do something, I like hone in on it. It's all I focus on, and then I do it. But yeah, I would say that's kind of the start, and then I've been shooting ever since. And in 2020, I started my production company, Glide Cinema, and we focus on commercial and social media and corporate, big corporate clients. So I don't know. I'm not in the feature world. I enjoy documentaries, but I've essentially been doing it. I've been shooting since 2020, so really not that long. But again, I just like fell in love with it. So it's all I really think about.
That's super cool. It's
Okay.
cool to just see that progression too. Um, Going from drones to corporate world to then owning your own business and doing your own thing.
Yeah, man, it's been a journey, and truthfully, my wife inspired me to really go out on my own. Just I saw her; she was in love with what she did every single day. She woke up super passionate, and I was like, not that I wasn't passionate about my full-time job, but um, I just really wanted to wake up and be excited to build something, and I wanted to build a legacy for a future family that we have down the road. And yeah, this is my go at it. I'm still going, and it's one of those things where some days are work, but most days I still wake up and I love what I'm doing, and I love growing and grinding and meeting people, and that's been the best part is meeting people along the way. Um, like you would be one of those people, and then like all the people that you shoot, with shooting a lot of the documentaries and like the Super Bowl stuff that you've done, like you meet some really really cool people in this industry, and that's probably been one of my favorite parts, and like just the relationships I've built with other cam ops and drone ops and creatives in this world. So
Yeah, and I think the relationships are huge, and a lot of people become like family, just because of, I don't know, we're all after the same mission and stuff, and all working together to create awesome things for clients, and or
yeah.
even just sharing people's stories. Oh,
Oh,
we wrecked. We're gonna have to go get the drone.
okay.
Hang on, I'll be back. All right, so I don't know which tree it's in. I can't see it. It's blue. I mean, the drone is still on, so I know it's blue. Um, yeah, this might take a minute. So you can't really see it, but there she is.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey! All right.
Nice.
Well, cool. Well, we'll make sure it still works, and then we'll keep going. But so far, it doesn't look like nothing's broke on it, so we should be good. Well, welcome back. We have recovered the drone, and we're gonna get another battery going.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Those dang trees.
Yeah,
They just
I know.
don't move.
No, unfortunately, and even with the HD system, it's still hard to see the tree branches,
Oh yeah, especially those thin ones.
which is why winter is the worst time to fly, because you
For
you
sure.
never know.
Plus those thumbs, man. You gotta keep those thumbs warm.
Oh, I know. I just bought some gloves recently with some finger cutouts on it, so just the tip of your fingers cut out.
Nice. I love that.
And it's just your pointer finger and your thumb too, so it's
Oh,
perfect
sweet.
for the way I pinch my controller. But cool. All right, let me get you. I'm gonna ask you just some like regular standard questions that I ask everyone in interviews. So, oh, look at that plane.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
That's so sick.
Wow. Yeah, the lighting at this time of day is honestly kind of wicked. Like, especially in that courtyard. It
No.
looks so good.
It really is. Going back near trees again. Okay, so what is a unpopular opinion that you have, or controversial opinion?
Oh man, I'm not big on controversy. I guess a unpopular opinion that should be more popular with people is, man, if you want something bad enough, and if you can visualize it every day, you're gonna get it. And I'm big on manifesting, and I realize that some people are able to manifest things easier than others, and some people have to overcome larger challenges than others. But dude, I'm a firm believer of if you just think about it every day, whether it's business, a relationship, hell, if it's a vehicle, whatever it is, if you think about it constantly, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna find a way to get it. Obviously, you got to take opportunities when they arise, but I think that opens up the doors for opportunities. So
Absolutely. I freaking love that.
yeah.
Do you have like a weird or strange obsession? Like just something weird you're kind of addicted to that like
Uh,
might not be normal?
um, I'm like honestly the most normal, boring person, truthfully. I would say if I had any weird obsession, it would be either currently with the show Yellowstone because I haven't ever seen it.
Okay.
It's not really weird, but then also a weird kind of it's more of a like OCD problem that I have is, and I'm gonna call her out right now, but my wife will leave cabinet doors open, and I have this weird thing where like I freak out mentally, so I have to go close them and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, another weird obsession, I guess. In the vehicle, when I'm doing my volume, it has to be either on an even number or 5.
Really?
Yeah. So it's very, yeah, I would say that's kind of and if you want to call it weird, I'm pretty obsessed with cameras, so.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't
I
think it's
freaking love that. I get the whole. So I'm the one who leaves the cabinet doors open.
Uh-huh.
I just don't.
It's all you creative people.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I get it though.
What is something in your life that you wish you would have said yes to more of?
Oh man, that's a tough one because I'm not usually one to shy away from saying yes. I would say in college, just being part of more groups and meeting more people instead of being, I was obsessed with the gym. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. I also played tennis in college. So just very like, not that I was antisocial, but I definitely didn't like get out and hang with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say like saying yes to going and like hanging with more groups and like clubs and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool.
Just because with my older age, man, I really enjoy like different walks of life and like everybody has their own story and their own reason why they believe what they believe and think what they think. And I just wish I would have started doing that at a younger age and like opening my eyes to that.
I get that for sure. Yeah, I like that. Well, all right, sir. That is all the questions that I have for you today. You can take off your goggles. Now, is there anything else you would like to tell the people? Any last words?
If you have something that you've been thinking about and you want to do, stop waiting and just go do it. Because we were at this event and some guy was up there speaking. He's a big motivational speaker, and he was talking about how, people who put stuff out there and put themselves out there half-assed get way further than people that don't put themselves out there because they're worried about being perfect. Mm-hmm. So that would be my advice, is just go do it. And that's something I'm working on myself, is just doing it instead of waiting, trying to be perfect. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm doing the same thing, so that's super cool. Plug your Instagram, all of your website stuff.
Yeah.
How can the people find you?
Yeah, so personal Instagram is AndrewNice_DP. The business Instagram is on that Instagram, but it's at Glide Cinema, and then I have at Glide Cinema Studios, and then it's glidecinema.com. And yeah, I'm just working on all that right now. So.
Well, perfect. Well, all right. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, dude.